Saturday morning in Simpsonville, and we're approaching Christmas rapidly. So I thought I'd tell you a couple of little things that we do at Christmas time so you'd have time to react. And if you would like to do them with your family, you can do them. One of the things we do is very often, especially there's young children, we have a 5-question test that allows us to share the true Christmas story. Now, there's all kinds of Christmas stories. You know, It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on Fifth Avenue or whatever it is, and Dickens' Christmas Carol and all of those things, which many people relate the Nutcracker to Christmas. But the real Christmas story is found in the Bible. So the first question is this: how many New Testament Gospels tell the story of Christmas? Second question is, who was the father of Jesus? The third question is, who came first, the shepherds or the magi or wise men? The fourth question is, how many wise men were there? The fifth question is, why did Jesus come? Now, there's a couple trick questions in here, and that's deliberate so that people will listen carefully when you tell the true Christmas story. Actually, the Christmas story we know for sure is told in Matthew and Luke, and most people will answer to the Matthew and Luke. But actually, if you read John 1:14, you'll find that gospel also has the story of Christmas, because it says that the Word became flesh and he dwelt among us. That's when Jesus was born. He became flesh and dwelt among us. And so there's a one-line Christmas story in John. The second question, who was the father of Jesus? Most people will answer Joseph without thinking through. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at Luke 1:35, it says the Holy Spirit is the one that is the father of Jesus, and he'll be called the Son of God. The third question is, who came first, the shepherds or the magi? Well, we want some of these questions to be answered correctly. So most people by now know that the fact that the shepherds came immediately upon his birth. You'll find that in Luke chapter 2, verses 7 through 20. And the magi came sometime later, probably when Jesus might have been as much as 1 or 2 years old, maybe even 3 years old. The fourth question, how many wise men were there? Most people quickly jump into 3 because of the song We Three Kings and other things. I remember our music minister at Southside hated that song because he says it wasn't 3 kings, it was 3 wise men. No, it wasn't 3 wise men. It was an unnumbered people that came. There were magi that came from the east, and you'll find it in Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. There's no mention of 3, only 3 gifts were mentioned. Just because there were 3 gifts doesn't mean there were only 3 magi. Finally, number 5, why did Jesus come? This is the question we've been waiting to say to everyone so that we can tell the full Christmas story. In Matthew chapter 1, verse 21, Jesus came to save his people from their sin. That's what we want to talk about on Christmas Day. That Jesus came. He left his place in heaven and came and died for you and for me. We should celebrate Christmas every day of the year because Jesus loved us so much that he was willing to give his life for us. That's the real Christmas story we want to tell everybody on Christmas Day. Have fun with the 5 questions. You can play this video over again to get everything right. But you'll look and see that the story is told in Matthew and Luke, and that 1 verse in John. 3 places, 3 Gospels in the New Testament. God bless you. This is your thought for the day.